Hey everybody, it's Christy back for 12 Days of Sparkle and Shine with Daisy and Christy, and today I am going to scrap lift this fun layout, and I'm scrap lifting it in the idea that I want to use the title and the idea of using the gold. So I was thinking about spraying this doily as my first effect. It's got teal on the what you're supposed to use, but I want to use the white side. I like the shape of the doily and the size of it. And so I'm using some of the last little bits of my Heidi Gold Shine and trying to get a gold look. This doesn't end up working, but what I ended up using it in my December daily, I think, for wrapping up my 2017 is I did end up using that doily, just not on this layout. And instead, I'm going to go ahead, and I didn't want to lose the gold that I had there. Obviously, it's not, it's kind of a big mess there. So my idea here is to just lay a single layer of white tissue paper on it, because you're still going to see the gold, and then use a different doily to cover up some of that mess, but also go ahead and use some more of my, my Heidi Gold Shine, and do some like misting on it with some gold drops and kind of have a background like that. Now I have found that with the glue that I use and tissue paper, it does leave a little bit of a line. So and you can feel it more so than you can see it. It's quite a clear glue when it dries, so you don't really see it doesn't show up that much. But if you ran your fingers along it, you can see it. So if that's something that bothers you, I'm not exactly sure how you would go about using this technique in a different way. It doesn't bother me. You could maybe do it, let it dry, and then go ahead and stitch right where the glue is, because it'd be dry, so you're not going to gunk up your machine or anything. And that might give you a different, if that look bothers you, that might work. That's an idea. Or you could just go with the flow, which is what I'm doing here. There you can see I did my gold splatters. I'm going to lay that doily on, but I had to let everything dry and trim that all up, so I went ahead and did that. Being on tissue paper and being the fact that it was Heidi Shine, it took forever to dry, so I did let it kind of sit overnight. And now I'm going to work on my title. And guess what I did? Yep, I hand stitched my title. A whole bunch of letters worth, except for a few words that I'm going to use in the gold, because today's theme is all about gold. And so the words you, my, are, made of, and. Those are the words that I went ahead and hand stitched. And I hand stitched them in white to kind of flow with the scrap lift that I'm kind of following there. And yes, it took me a bit of time, and you've seen a lot of hand stitching in this series with me. I have been kind of obsessed with it. I go through phases where it's all I want to do is stitch and stitch and stitch and stitch. And I'm apparently in one of those stages. And so I just went ahead and went with it, and I really love it. And then again, so the whole title says, "You, my dear, are made of magic and glitter." And I love that. I just think it's so cool. I originally was thinking that this layout would be a layout about myself, or not myself, but my daughter. And then as I was kind of sitting and I was talking to Daisy and everything, and I was kind of showing her what I was doing and everything, and I was like, you know what? This title actually, and Daisy was joking. She's like, I thought you were just saying that to me, telling me I was so cool. And I'm like, actually, that would be such a fun title to use as a friendship layout. And I haven't really documented our friendship a whole lot, through my scrapbooks. I've talked about it and everything like that, but I haven't really documented it. And Daisy is one of my best friends, and not just my best scrappy friends, but my best friend. So we talk more about our personal lives along with our scrappy lives, and it's just, we're a million miles away from each other, but she's become very close to me over the years, and I just really need to document this friendship because it's very important to me. And so we both took a couple Snapchat photos of ourselves, and I'm going to go ahead and use those. I go ahead and turn them black and white so that they're not seasonal in any way. I could place this anywhere. And then to highlight some of the more gold aspects of this layout, I'm I'm going to go ahead and use a gold frame, and you can see I'm trying to figure out where this little gold scallop is going to go. I do put it under the word glitter. It kind of fits perfectly there. I use a gold foiled BFF thing that worked really well. And to wrap it up, I'm going to use some gold thread and make a little bow and put that down at the bottom. And I love this layout. It's very, very simplistic, a little different for me, but I absolutely love it. I'm so happy I've gotten this very special relationship documented, and I'm so pleased with the way that it turned out. So different for me, but really, really fun. So with that being said, please make sure you go head on out over and check out Daisy's layout, and please check out my channel today or tomorrow or the next day, within the next couple days. There is going to be a giveaway for this series for this round. And it's kind of a really unique one. So I'm going to go way more into detail with it. But just know it's kind of like the very first time we did it. If you comment on every single video, so you'll have 24 in total to comment on, you will have a chance to win one of 2 prizes. And so I'll explain what those prizes are in the little video separate. I know I haven't mentioned it yet in the other videos. So I'll probably mention it one more time and then just leave that separate one, because you don't need to be reminded all the time. You're either going to do it or you're not. So feel free to leave comments along the way so you can be entered into that. And I hope everyone is doing really, really well. I will see everyone very soon. And here is going to be a close-up of my finished layout. And there you go. You can see I added just a couple little more pops of gold as well. Bye everyone, and I will see you tomorrow.